We are often told that presence is marked by a roar, but in the kingdom of the Spirit, the most profound work begins in absolute stillness. You see, silence isn't an absence. It is a sacred boundary. It is the quiet of the dawn, before the world wakes, and the heavy mist that covers a garden before the first bloom. You've been standing in a season of shadows, wondering why the shepherd has gone quiet. The doors aren't slamming shut to lock you out. They are closing to lock you in. You are not a target being hunted in the open. You are a treasure being hidden in the secret place. If you feel the weight of isolation pressing down on you like dark soil, it's not a burial, it's a planting. You aren't losing your way. You are finally being kept. Imagine you are sitting at your desk, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. The house is silent, the air is cold, and the only light comes from the dim glow of your lamp. You feel a heaviness in your chest that sleep cannot cure. Your muscles ache, your eyes are burning, and your mind is a tangled web of questions. You've been faithful, you've been patient, yet all you hear is the ticking of the clock. It feels like you've been forgotten in the dark, but I want you to look at your weariness differently tonight. This physical exhaustion isn't a sign of a weak spirit, and it certainly isn't a punishment. Think of a high-voltage wire. If you want to send more power through it, the wire must first be reinforced, or the heat will melt it. Right now, your body is that wire. The Creator is not ignoring your fatigue. He is focusing on your foundation. Don't mistake a tired body for a failing soul. When you feel that random wave of bone-deep exhaustion or a sudden need to withdraw from the world, it is often because your system is being upgraded to hold a greater weight of grace. Like iron being tempered in the heat or a seed swelling under the pressure of the earth, your nerves are learning to carry a new frequency of peace. The master craftsman is silent because he is leaning in close, working on the finest details of your character. This isn't a breakdown. It is the quiet, intense preparation of a steward who is finally ready to inherit the garden. There is a specific kind of pain that hits different when it comes from the people who once sat at your dinner table. You look around and realize the circle has grown small. Friends you've known for years suddenly drift away, and family members who once cheered for you now look at you with eyes full of judgment. It feels like you're being abandoned, but I want you to look closer at the reflection in the mirror. Think of the Garden of Gethsemane. In the hour of greatest need, even the closest companions fell asleep. Sometimes, the face of betrayal looks exactly like someone you loved. Why does this happen? Because when you begin to walk in your true identity as a steward of something holy, those around you are forced to see a version of you they can no longer control. Like Judas, they might not be evil people. They simply cannot follow where you are going. This isn't a rejection from them. It is a tactical separation from God. He is clearing the room so you can finally hear his whisper. If the world stayed loud and the crowd stayed large, you would keep seeking their approval instead of his direction. This isolation is your sanctuary. It's the tall fence around a young garden, keeping out the feet that would trample your progress. When the phone stops ringing and the invitations dry up, don't weep over the empty seats. The pain of being misunderstood is actually the birth of your freedom. You are being refined in the private shadows so that when you are eventually revealed, your roots will be deep enough to stand alone. You aren't being pushed out, you are being pulled in. Trust the silence. The shepherd is simply making sure that the only voice left in your ear is his. Close your eyes and picture the sun beginning to crest over the horizon of the Sea of Galilee. After a night of tossing in the waves, the water suddenly turns to glass. This is the moment everything changes for you. For months, you have looked at your struggles as a sign that you were a target, a marked person being hunted by misfortune. But here is the truth that will set you free. You are not being hunted. You are being hidden. You thought the silence of the Creator was a sign of His absence, but it was actually the ultimate act of protection. He tucked you away in the shadows to shield you from the pride that would have ruined you and the prying eyes of a world that would have exploited you too soon. You weren't wandering in a desert. You were being kept in a vault. You aren't lost in the dark. You are being repositioned for a purpose you cannot yet see. The shepherd is moving you from the path of the storm into the safety of his storehouse. You are not the victim of your circumstances. You are the treasure of the King, being polished in private until the day you are ready to shine. Look at the small seed buried beneath the heavy, cold earth. To anyone watching, it looks like a funeral. But to the seed, it is a transformation. You have spent this season in the dark, feeling the weight of the soil and the silence of the sky. But today, I want you to realize that the darkness has served you. It has forced your roots to grow deep, far away from the distractions of the surface, establishing a foundation that no storm can ever shake. The true legacy of a steward is not found in the harvest, but in the faithfulness of the wait. Do not waste your time in the shadows by complaining about the lack of light. Instead, use this stillness to listen to the heartbeat of the earth. Practice the art of active waiting. Polish your character, refine your heart, and keep your hands ready. The identity you have forged in this solitude is more valuable than any public crown. You have earned a peace that the world cannot give, and certainly cannot take away. Stand tall in your quiet authority. You are no longer afraid of the night, for you have finally learned that in the hands of the great gardener, even the deepest darkness is just the beginning of a magnificent bloom.